Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hi, this is Peter Moriarty, and welcome to another episode of Google Made Easy. I'm excited to have you here with us today to cover 15 of my most favorite and useful Chrome extensions to help increase your productivity. Once we're done, you are going to be a productivity superstar. I'm so looking forward to sharing all of these with you. So, 2 quick rules before we get started. If you are following along at home, make sure that you've got out a pen and paper or you've got your computer out ready to implement. If you want to implement as we're going along, that is totally cool. If you can keep up with us, that's great, but make sure you're taking some good notes. And number 2, please continue the conversation on social media. So if you want to chat to us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, tag us, and make sure you're using the hashtag Business Blueprint or the hashtag Google Made Easy as we jump onto those, and even I jump on Twitter sometimes and answer questions and continue the chatter there. So let's get started. I'm super excited about this. What are we going to cover? So let's get right into it. We're going to cover my top 15 Chrome extensions to help increase your productivity. And they are including, this is not all of them, but including how to connect your team with Google Hangouts and how Google Hangouts is going to help you to reduce the amount of internal company emails that you're sending between you and your team. Next up, how you can securely save and share your passwords between your team. There's a super simple plugin which is going to help you to share your passwords securely between each of your team members and revoke access whenever you need to as well. Next is how to encrypt important websites for later use using Evernote. Evernote is a great app for saving articles and stuff from online. We're going to show you the Chrome plugin to get the most out of Evernote. Next is a smarter way to share social media posts. This is one of my favorite apps, and I can't wait to share it with you. One of the others is how to speed up online videos for faster viewing. So if your brain goes a little bit faster than the speed of the world, like my talking does, then you can use this plugin to speed up any of the videos that you're watching, which is super exciting. Next up, the clever plugin that helps you to block distracting online ads. So if you want a nice, clean web browsing experience without any ads, I'm going to show you my favorite plugin to block them and keep it nice and tidy. Next is how to quickly shorten and share URLs if you want to share them with your friends. So if you've seen one of those fancy shortened URLs and you want to learn how to make them, I'm going to show you how to make that happen. And finally, how to stream your Chrome browser tab to your TV. I'm going to show you how that works as well. So let's get started. Super exciting. So our first plugin, we're talking about Google Hangouts. So if you haven't started using Google Hangouts already, you can go and get started for free with a Gmail address, or if you get started with Google Apps for Work, which we can help you with, you can get your whole business onto Google Hangouts using their business email addresses. So check out Google Apps if you're not already on there, but we're going to be talking about specifically Google Hangouts and the plugin for Google Chrome. So I'm going to show you where we go to get all of our Google Chrome plugins. There's one place, and I'm going to show you how to access that, and then I'm going to show you how to download and install the Google Hangouts plugin to our Google Chrome. So let's step over to my computer here, and I'm going to show you where we go to get plugins on Google Chrome. So in our Google Chrome browser, we're going to search for the Chrome Web Store. And the Chrome Web Store is kind of like the app marketplace for any of the Chrome plugins or extensions that we want to add to our Google Chrome. So you can see here that there's like games, there's productivity tools, there's mind maps, there's SoundCloud, there's all kinds of stuff in the Chrome App Store. And this Chrome Store is where we're going to go to download any of the plugins that we want to add to Chrome. Now, keep in mind that once these are added to your Chrome profile, it's going to automatically stay with that Chrome profile. So any computer that you log on to, all of your Chrome plugins that you install are going to be transferred with your Google identity, which is pretty cool. So that's how we get our plugins installed onto our app. Now, I'm going to search for Google Hangouts now, and we're going to find the right plugin. But keep in mind that some of the plugins that we're searching for today, I've already got installed on my Google Chrome. So some of them are going to say that they're already installed. I'm going to show you what the process looks like once we come across one that's not installed just yet. So let's go ahead and run a search. Let's search for Hangouts. All right, cool. So I'm searching Hangouts in the Chrome Web Store, and you can see here that I've got both the Hangouts app and the Hangouts extension added. We want to look for the Chrome extension, and what the Chrome extension is going to give us, let's just click on it here, is this little pop-up menu for Google Hangouts. So if you see here, Google Hangouts has actually already been added to my Google Chrome. And once you add it to your Chrome, you'll see that Hangouts actually appears as a little green conversation icon there. So I can click on that little guy there and it launches it. And that's going to open up Google Hangouts on my desktop. So here you can see all of my Hangouts between myself and my team. I can see a little green dot for anybody that's online, and I can even see we've got a group thread here, which is the chat thread for our team. So our team can go in there and actually chat to each other back and forward, use the chat thread to communicate, and Google Hangouts is a great way of sending quick, informal communications and short messages between your team without stepping into writing a formal email. Think about how you communicate with your team right now. Are you sending formal emails to someone who's sitting across the office from you saying, hey, when's a good time to get lunch? Kind regards, Peter Moriarty. That's kind of a little bit over the top and not really needed in a small business. Google Hangouts lets us send short, informal communications, which will help us keep more connected to our team. It also means that when you're out on the road and maybe you've got your smartphone with you, what you can do is you can actually get a Google Hangouts app for your phone, and your team can send you quick messages, so you're not emailing and calling and sending text messages to each other on personal mobile devices, but when you're on the road as the business owner, you can keep connected to your team right from your phone. Google Hangouts is a great way to do that. So if you haven't already started with Google Hangouts, that's the easiest way for you to get started using Google Chrome. So we've got heaps to cover. Let's keep moving. Next up, we're going to talk about LastPass. Now, LastPass is how we securely share our passwords and save them all in a secure encrypted vault on our Google Chrome. Now, you might have used something like a password manager before, maybe 1Password, or maybe you're using Firefox or Internet Explorer and it saved passwords for you. LastPass is a password manager on steroids. It's completely supercharged. And what LastPass does is it allows you to store all of your passwords for every single website you use in one archive, which is safely and securely synchronized across your different computers. And what that means for you is that any machine that you're working on, you'll have all of your secured passwords saved and accessible from wherever you're working. The other great thing about LastPass is what it does is it actually allows you to generate a random password for each new website that you sign up to. So for your Facebook login and your Twitter login and your LinkedIn login, for all of those different websites, you should really have different passwords for each one to keep yourself nice and safe. And so LastPass will help you to generate a unique password for each one of those websites, but save it in your LastPass vault and automatically fill the password into the web page when you go and access that website. So I'm going to show you how we access LastPass and some of the cool things that we can do with it. So taking a look on my computer here, let's go to my LastPass. So if you're looking for LastPass in the Chrome Web Store, we just search for LastPass and have a look for the app with the red icon there. There we go, Password Manager. And you'll see here that LastPass actually sits up in my menu bar. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. And you might hopefully be able to see a little bit more of my LastPass here. So you can see here that LastPass will allow me to fill in any forms using my information. I can even generate a secure password, and LastPass will generate random passwords for any website that I need to use. And then when I click the Vault button, I can go into my LastPass vault and see all of the passwords that have been saved to my account. So these are all the different websites that I've accessed. There's hundreds and hundreds here, and LastPass has securely saved all of those for me. So LastPass is a great way of not only storing passwords, but it also has the ability to let me share those passwords with my team. So if I've got a VA or a staff member who I want to share access to a password, maybe my WordPress site or the domain management login for my business, what I can do is share the access to that website without showing the actual password. And how that works is if my colleague signs up for a LastPass account, I can share the login with them, but not allow the person who's seeing that login to actually view the password. So LastPass is really great like that. You can allow someone to log into a website that you control, and you're able to revoke that access at any one time. And that's a really safe way of sharing passwords between your team, because it means that you've got control to revoke that access at any time. That's LastPass. Make sure you go and check that out. So moving right along, Evernote. I want to show you one of the best little tools that comes as part of Evernote right in the Chrome browser. And this is called the Evernote Web Clipper. Now, if you haven't used Evernote before, imagine Evernote as your scrapbook or your piece of, your piece of note paper or your diary completely online. It's like a digital brain. I use that for creating notes, for snapping pictures into it. Sometimes I even have snapped business cards in the past. Evernote is a great place to store notes and clippings from all over the web and have them all secured in one searchable location. So I'm going to show you how you can use the Evernote web clipper in Chrome to make great notes snapped right into your Evernote. Let's take a quick look here. So I've got my Evernote web clipper. We'll do a quick search for it so you can see what it looks like. Let's open up Evernote. All right, cool, there we go. It's called Evernote Web Clipper, and that's been added. And you can see here it's a little icon of the elephant. So let's say I'm on a website reading an article that I like. I'll go to TechCrunch because I like to read that one. And here we go, there's an article on Apple. I'm a massive Apple fanboy, so I love reading up on all the latest Apple news. Now, once I've got this article up here, let's say, for example, I want to save it for later, or there's some information on that article that I might want to save for offline viewing. Now, just in case TechCrunch changes their website, or maybe one day they'll put a paywall up and I won't be able to view the article anymore, I want to save a snapshot of this article as exactly as it is right now. And Evernote will let me do that and save the snapshot right into my Evernote account. So for me, it's as simple as clicking the Evernote button, and that Evernote button is going to take a snapshot of the article. But notice here that Evernote is only going to capture the article. It's not going to capture it's not going to capture any ads. It's not going to capture any of the comments, just the article there. So it's a nice clean article being brought down into my Evernote. So I'm going to click the save button. It's automatically going to save that right into my...
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.